4 miles north of Bishop, California, in the remarkable Owens Valley, is the Laws Railroad Museum. It is a treasure trove of history and artifacts from a bygone era when miners, ranchers, and railroads were expanding westward.
You know, they made this movie.
Yeah.
With Steve McQueen, Nevada Smith, and this was the bar. So they donated this to us.
Oh wow, how cool!
And over here is a mining display, and those guys are out there today. They're well worth making it over there.
The first train arrived at Bishop Depot in 1883. The narrow gauge line was owned by the Carson and Colorado Railroad and dubbed the railroad that was built 300 miles too long or 300 years too early. By 1959, the only structures left were the depot, the agent's house, oil and water tanks, and the turntable. And began nowhere, ended nowhere, and stopped all night to think it over. Okay. Today there are 50 structures on 11 acres. Many were saved from demolition and relocated to the property. Some were donated after the filming of the 1966 film Nevada Smith, starring Steve McQueen. Oh my gosh, how fascinating! Never seen a coffin made out of wicker. In 1953, they installed a Motorola two-way radio. Oh my gosh, look at that. For getting a permanent.
Curlers?
That's for giving a permanent, John.
Oh my God.
These dances. I've never heard of the Shottisk. The Newport. I'll have to look some of these up. Varsuviana. The phone was specially made and colored for Jeanette MacDonald. The Golden Voice. It was used by her in her home in Beverly Hills between 1948 and 1960. If you're interested in a train ride, check the museum's website for the train schedule. The price is $5 for the 15-minute ride.
If you stop here and look over there, you'll see a man-made portal. And there's a recording inside there when you walk up close to it, that when it senses your motion, it will
start talking.
You'll hear drilling in the mine, local mine, and then fire in the hole.
We'll run out.
And they'll.
The highlight of our visit was probably the mining tour from a very knowledgeable volunteer.
Hole in a pattern like this for the dynamite, and it's with the pattern, the corkscrew pattern, and the sequence blasting, they bring out rock that could be hand loaded into the ore car. 1 1/2 ounces of gold per ton, and 7 ounces of silver.
Okay. Do you know where it came from?
Yes, it also came from Colorado, the Silverton area.
They couldn't get anything from Bodie, huh?
Yeah, but
Wow. Wow, that is awesome.
I had a piece before it got buried. Oh, here it is.
They never showed us gold in school.
This is an example of hydrothermal deposition.
Oh.
Because you have the quartz crystals in the center.
Oh,
so you're a Zentner too, huh?
Yeah, we call us Zentnerds.
Okay.
But look at this is so neat to see these crystals.
This would be called an adit. This is a shaft.
Oh, yeah.
And it's at the head of a shaft, and it's a frame. And that's just an assumption of why it's called what it's called. Here, this is a aerial tram, the way one would have been used and constructed. Hot dog or sausage. He said, it's not a hot dog until you put it in a bun. Slick sides.
So that is slicking sides.
Well, let's go out, John. And not 30 feet away from this was this.
So basically it was along a fault.
Yes.
That's what made it all smooth.
Was this.
Wow, here, you told that one.
This is a piece of the gold ore that...
I've never seen gold ore. By the way, what's your name?
Jay.
Jay.
I'm better known as, in some cases, as not so, because my last name is Smart. So here's the rock that comes through the grizzly up here and into our production crusher here. This is a jaw crusher.
So that's a flask of mercury.
This is a flask, which is a liter.
Okay, 76.5 pounds.
On the commodities market, it was going for $375.
We got electricity in them?
Yep. Whoa! That tells me that it was a little... There it goes.
Wow. It's like starting an airplane.
Now, it's firing every time it comes up on the compression stroke. Pretty soon, when it's at operating speed, it's going to begin from this on purpose. Now it's at operating speed, so you can see how those cams will be lifting these 1,000-pound
Oh yeah, yep.
units up. Allow the engine gasoline again. Back to hitting it. The lighter material, with the lubrication of the water, flows across the riffles.
Yeah.
Stays down. The lighter material.
So what would they use that for?
This does the same thing as all that milling equipment does.
Okay. So why does it have a crank on both sides?
For left-handed people.
Seriously?
Oh, I know.
No.
Yeah, but see how it's self-feeding? Yeah, I don't.
One of the things that makes this place so special is that you can actually walk in and you know, be with the stuff.
Yeah.
These beautifully crafted replica borax wagons were built by Ingalls Coach Shop in Joliet, Montana. The wagons were pulled by a matched set of 20 mules owned and trained by Bobby Tanner of Bishop, California. I'll include a link in the description box to the video where you can see their maiden voyage. Ooh, look at all the bottles. It's a Westinghouse Flavor Zone oven. Oh, look at all the points, arrowheads, artifacts. Nice. Really nice. What a nice display. Oh, yeah. I am so impressed with this place. They have done so much in the last 40 years, and it was just interesting. The people are fabulous. There's nobody here, but you can't miss this when you come through Bishop. Laws Railroad Museum right off US 6. And US 6 goes all the way from Bishop, California to Provincetown, Massachusetts. That would be a neat road trip.
And they went broke. A lot of the ranchers invested in this bank, Waterson Brothers. Okay, and anyway, when the one brother died, he also took that combination with him. So they say anybody that can open that, Laws will split it with you.